WME calls her Kryptonite. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. Some information will just come via the subreddit St. Harry's Wife. They use her real name. I don't, as you know. Posted by Comprehensive Shape 64. Always appropriate to provide the due credit. This individual has posted as follows. A long-time college friend is an agent at WME. I spent some time with them this weekend. After a couple of cocktails, I asked what the deal was with WME and Harry's wife. How did the signing representation come about? Why they signed her? How's it going, girls, etc. They rolled their eyes and said, "It's a total shit show." How it came about. Jill Smoller is Serena Williams' agent and quite powerful within WME. As much as royal watchers want to believe otherwise, Serena and Harry's wife are close. Serena basically dictated that WME step in and help Harry's wife. WME didn't really have a choice. My friend said there was only one time when Harry's wife came to the LA office for a strategy meeting, and there's been a memo sent to all agents to encourage them to create partnerships, friendships, alliances with their clients, with Harry's wife clients, ranging from actors, sport figures, events, brands, etc. My friend said no agents want to comply. The word they use to describe Harry's wife is kryptonite. No clients want anything to do with her, and no agents really want to promote her to their clients. My friend said, if you see Harry's wife at something, a concert, a Costner event, etc., it's because WME, its executives, clients, or its subsidiary companies already were partners, were attending, and they insist she's included as an add-on. Organisers don't want her there, but are forced to. She has got nothing on her own. It's all tag along. Regarding goals, my friend said Harry's wife is all over the map. She wants to be an aspirational, virtuous, global ambassador, but doesn't have the bona fides to be one. She wants to be a power player in Hollywood, but has no track record there, and wants to have a seat at the table for national politics, but can't get the Democrat power brokers to let her. Agents within WME think she's a joke and are pissed they are having to even pretend to make an effort to promote her. But at this point, they are appeasing Serena and Jill, but are hoping it quickly becomes apparent to Serena that you just can't make fetch happen. My friend says if something doesn't stick by next spring, the arrangement will be dissolved. Now, as always, I leave it up to you to determine the veracity of this information that has been put forward. But on the basis that this is accurate, it's not surprising, but nevertheless, it remains telling. Now, first of all, there's the suggestion that it's Serena Williams who has basically said to WME, look, help her. You would think that perhaps, therefore, Serena and Harry's wife are particularly chummy. It was certainly the case that it looked that way in the first episode of Archetypes. But do you remember when she attempted to speak to Serena Williams' mother, who didn't want anything to do with her? And actually, what I think is more a case of this. Serena Williams hasn't asked WME to help Harry's wife because she's a good friend of Harry's wife or that she cares about Harry's wife. She basically wants WME to utilise Harry's wife to stop her from pestering her. She wasn't involved at the recent baby shower, so I don't accept that they are particularly close. I think what's happened here is that Serena has recognised that Harry's wife is like a gnat that is always buzzing around her. Serena, can you get me in this? Serena, can you get them to do this? And basically, Serena, who's no mug, has decided, fuck this shit sky high. What I'm going to do is palm her off on WME and let them deal with her instead. I've got more important things to do than babysit her. And thus, she's turned to WME, where she obviously still has some cachet, notwithstanding the fact that she has retired. After all, she was the GOAT of the tennis world, and that means something still, even though she has retired. So Serena Williams has turned to WME and basically said, will you fucking deal with her? I'm sick of it. You take her on, find her something to do so she stops fucking bothering me. And because Serena Williams still has clout, WME has listened to her. But this demonstrates how useless Harry's wife is. She cannot achieve anything on the strength of her own reputation because her reputation is this: no talent and a pain in the arse. I've explained before, and this is invariably applicable to narcissists, that you will have an individual who has been known for being a diva. But you put up with their ridiculous behaviour, their torturous demands, their hissy fits. Why? Because they're an absolute superstar at what they do. They sell out stadia. They really give it their all on stage at their concert. People come back for more. They write brilliant songs and are fantastic entertainers. And therefore, all of their ridiculous demands and strops and baby-like behaviour is tolerated because at the end of the day, they make money. And the people that facilitate these individuals will put up with all of this shit because they're also getting paid. Thus, if you have that raw, innate talent, then you can get away with most things as a narcissist. Harry's wife has a big problem there. She has no talent. But the situation is compounded for her because not only is she a talent-free zone, but a lot of people don't actually like her. They see her as a crybaby, a whinger, a moaner, the eternal victim status, a bullshitter, a grifter, a reviser of history, and a liar. And therefore, this combination of no talent and not being liked makes for a heady brew indeed, which not only means that her behaviour is such where she's unmanageable, but it makes her that you can't sell her to anybody. Why would you want to involve your organisation, your company, your reputation with someone that brings nothing to the party save toxicity? You would not. And therefore, the only way that Harry's wife is able to get involvement is as a consequence of WME already having skin in the game and basically saying, yeah, we're already in, and come on then, Harry's wife, and they hold the door open for her so she can scurry in as a tag-along. Now, of course, because she has no shame, she is quite content to go along with that, and her narcissism will compartmentalise so that it will jettison the fact that she's come along as a tag-along and will make it seem as if she was specifically invited and that she's the major person there. She won't be stood there thinking, gosh, I'm quite the fraud, really. I've only got in here because of WME being involved. I better make the best of it and not make a show of myself. No, not at all. Her narcissism tells her, darling, you deserve to be here. You are amongst your people. You are an A-lister. Just like them. Act accordingly. And thus we see her swanning around, rictus grin in place, trying to take the microphone, thinking she's going to deliver a speech, because she doesn't realise she's there as a tag-along. Her narcissism dispenses with that and simply enables her to believe that she truly belongs. It's unsurprising, as per this report, that the agents at WME then regard her as kryptonite, unsellable to anybody and unreasonable. And it would seem that many of them don't want to comply with the diktat, which is basically, if you've got in on something already, please involve Harry's wife. Even the agency head honchos recognise that she offers nothing, but they need to at least try and do something for her. It's also telling with regard to what her goals are. On the one hand, she suggests aspirational, virtuous global ambassador, but the fact is, she doesn't have the integrity for that. There's no virtue associated with her. Then, comedian-like, wants to be the power player in Hollywood, but she's never achieved anything in Hollywood. And then, of course, chameleon again, be involved in politics. Notice she wants to be three things, and none of them are applicable to her as a consequence of her lack of ability, absence of talent, and shitty reputation. This report describes how she's viewed as a joke, and how annoying it is to have to represent her and promote her. On the basis that this is accurate, and there's no reason to think that it's not, because it certainly stacks up with the way that she's behaved, this provides fantastic insight into how the nature of Harry's wife, driven by her narcissism, has worked against her. And the only reason that she gets to go to things is as a tag-along. She is a Klingon, desperately trying to be relevant, but only relevant because of other people allowing her to come along by their good graces. It's evident it won't be tolerated for too much longer. And who put her in this position? She did. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.